Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I would be delighted to be physically with you today, but unfortunately, COVID restrictions make traveling very challenging. Thank you very much, though, for the invitation, and we'll be very happy really to guide you through what my organization, FEFCO, is doing, and I will give you my first impressions. A few words about myself. I have joined FEFCO early this year. While having spent my entire career in Brussels, more than 20 years, working for industries, notably renewable energy industries, solar power photovoltaics, and industrial minerals. I will introduce you FEFCO for those who do not know the association. We are a federation of national associations gathering more than 400 companies, counting around 700 plants, and also accounting around 200,000 direct workforce. The production of corrugated in the European continent reaches about 48 million square meters. And just to give you an idea of what does this number mean, it can cover, it's enough to cover the area of Denmark. So you can imagine. So we are proud to say that the corrugated protects and packs more than 75% of goods circulating in Europe, although 40% of those packaging is dedicated to food product. We are proud to say that the product is 100% recyclable and biodegradable, and 89% of the corrugated packaging is derived from recycled content. Few words about the markets and shipments per country. You can see some data and statistics from the last 2 years. It's not a secret to anyone that despite the COVID pandemic, corrugated was essential, and notably the e-commerce has been increased substantially. This can be observed in the data of 2020 compared to 2019, but of course the same trend is observed in the first quarter 2021. Our members believe that e-commerce is there to stay. And in a recent meeting we had with our national associations, developments and increase of demand of 10% have been reported, although we consider the European average to around 5 to 6%. It's not a secret to anyone that we live and operate in a very challenging environment. We live in a globalized world. We are challenged by climate change impacts. We wish to have access to affordable energy. We have targets to decarbonize the economy. We have variable targets for 2030, 2050, although companies are challenged to remain sustainable, competitive, and of course profitable. While innovate. So in this environment, our companies need to operate as we do ourselves with in the public affairs area. Because of this complexity, we have been asked by our board and members to elaborate a strategic plan in order to reposition FEFCO and its membership. So we have done, and we have presented this in June to our members, and we have established 3 major guiding principles. Notably, first of all, to provide an effective service to members, contribute to an enabling regulatory environment to allow our members to operate in the markets, and of course, last but not least, promote corrugated board as the preferred packaging option everywhere, not only in Europe. The strategic axis of our strategy are, as I said before, policy, first of all, coupled with visibility and of course, promotion. And yeah, the 3 should go hand in hand. It's not a secret for anyone, and it's not, of course, something new that I'm showing here. It's the Green Deal. Being in the European Union or not, the challenges are very similar, because at global level, everybody cares about circular economy, about how to preserve the natural capital, how to reach the zero pollution for our societies, how to have traceable and sustainable agricultural products, how we transform our industries, how we finance the transition, etc., etc. All those challenges, of course, we try to manage as much as we can the regulatory aspects, and then our members similarly in their member states and also in the markets. So the Green Deal drives, in fact, our activity in Brussels. The FEFCO's action plan, in red you can see what is the absolute priority for us, starting from health and safety. In UK, you are very much advanced compared to the rest of the world, I have to say, on health and safety, by exchanging information about accidents, incidents, etc. We have a certain way to go, but we work on this. Packaging and packaging wage directive is crucial because it will define how our industry will do in the markets for the next years. Food contact, and of course, we cannot neglect the carbon neutrality for our industry that we have to work upon while considering, of course, the paper emissions, which are the bulk emissions for the production of corrugated. You may know that we organize every 2 years a major technical seminar, which this year is dedicated to the digitalization of the corrugated industry and will take place in Copenhagen from 20 to 22 of October. And then we have, of course, other various initiatives and projects, notably working on a carbon neutral corrugated plant and review the FEFCO designing code. We promote, monitor, and promote products in the interests of the corrugated board industry. 70% of our activity are dedicated to EU public affairs, try to be in contact with the influencer, with the key opinion leaders in Brussels. In some cases where packaging only is concerned, we do it alone, or we, of course, have alliances with the paper and the other packaging institutions in Brussels. The rest is dedicated to retail, supply chain, sustainability, recyclability, etc. We're doing quite a lot of promotion, and here you have some examples of how we engage with social media. We have dedicated examples and messages promoting sustainability, circularity, food safety, recycling, and we show the life cycle and how we close the loop of the corrugated board. Of course, in most of the cases, we are having data and studies that can support those messages. We are engaging with social media, and I would like to finalize my presentation here with 2 advocacy posts, which, by the way, promote the major attributes and also the messages that the corrugated board industry conveys. And fit for purpose. Thank you very much for your attention. And if you have any questions that you wish to address to me, please send them to the organizer and I will be happy to reply to you. Thank you.